We are very glad that you could join us. I'm Della Cruz. Today we're putting the spotlight on Rising Tide Capital based in Jersey City. I first learned about this nonprofit organization in the fall of 2009. We did a phone interview about the $100,000 grant the company got from the U.S. Small Business Administration during our 8 p.m. newscast. We talked with Alpha Demolash, the CEO and co-founder. She is here in our studios with Alex Forrester. He's the COO and co-founder of Rising Tide Capital. And welcome, and it's good to see you in person, Alpha.
Thank you. It is a pleasure to meet you in person as well.
You are absolutely beautiful inside and out.
And same as you. Thank you very much.
And the same to you too, Alex, not to be left out of this conversation. Now, you two founded this company in 2004. Tell me the story behind that and how you got together.
Well, we started basically in the very beginning of college, the first day of college. We met, we've been best friends all throughout college and talked about ways in which our generation could make a difference, especially those that are privileged enough to have great education, and what's our role. And so that was something that was always a constant in our relationship and our friendship. And we said, why don't we take it to the next level and see if we can actually do something and participate in community building and efforts that would make a difference in people's lives.
And that is so important, making a difference. So what was your next step?
Well, our next step was we did a lot of research into the history of efforts to attack various issues and problems that have been facing societies for thousands of years, and we looked at what has been working and what hasn't and what's on the cutting edge, and we got really excited by the ideas of that we had learned about microfinance that have been coming out of Bangladesh and around the world through Dr. Muhammad Yunus, who won the Nobel Peace Prize in 2005, and we just got really excited because we saw the potential to harness the energy of so many entrepreneurs that fill our communities and make them nice places to live, and how we can add value to those entrepreneurs and the initiatives and the jobs that they're creating. And we just got really excited by that, and so we said, let's try to bring this to New Jersey.
I can see the passion written all over your face, and I want to know why you picked New Jersey, but explain that term microfinance for people.
Well, microfinance is a concept that started out by saying there are millions and millions of individuals who are hardworking, who have great ideas, or who are already working on great initiatives in business, but who don't have access to capital from traditional sources. It's usually because they don't have collateral, or they may not have a great credit history. For a variety of reasons, they have not been able to access capital. And so this initiative started by saying, we're going to, usually by nonprofits, Dr. Muhammad Yunus really began this in the 70s, whereby you give individuals capital, money, to actually start their businesses, grow their businesses, and have it be built around on a system of trust that they'll repay, even though they don't have a collateral. And they're very, innovative approaches to make sure that, they are invested in their business activities. And what's happened is that over 98% repayment rate.
That's a great rate.
Absolutely, and it's impacting the lives of millions and millions of people, not only internationally, but in the US. And that was the movement that got us excited, and we know that there are some really great organizations, community-based groups that are working on this initiative, and we said, how could we make it stronger? And a big question that came up was that there are indeed millions of entrepreneurs, individuals who need access to capital, but who are not getting it. And a lot of it revolved around the complexities of starting a business in the US. It also revolved around not having the education and the skills and the support system to really get them ready to access capital.
And see, that's important. Along with money, you do give them the training, coaching, and consulting services to more than 250 entrepreneurs in and around Jersey City. Why did you all pick Jersey City?
Well, I grew up in New Jersey. I grew up
in
West Windsor.
Okay.
And so New Jersey was really my home, and we decided that while we're interested in many things, it's always good to start in your own backyard. And so we chose Jersey City because it really reflected a lot about what our name is about, Rising Tide Capital, the idea that does a rising tide lift all boats. And if it does, what happens to people that don't have boats? And in Jersey City, you have a lot of exciting things going on, a lot of development that's happening in many communities around New Jersey. The question is, are the people that already live there going to be able to take advantage of that development? And that's kind of what's encapsulated in our name, is the idea that you can take advantage of the rising tide, but you need access to capital, and that capital is not just financial capital, but knowledge capital and social capital. And so Jersey City was really emblematic of what we are trying to do at Rising Tide Capital.
Let's take a look at some pictures, and you all continue to tell me more about the work that you do and why it's never been more important. And what are we looking at here? That looks like you, Alex.
Yes, I think that's an orientation that we hold twice a year, actually. I think we'll be talking about that a little later, but one of the important things that we try to do is to reach out to the community, let as many people know as possible that this is there, and then invite them to come learn more and decide if we're the right resource for them at the right time. And so I think that was a picture of me speaking of that.
And this is an effort called Global Entrepreneurship Week, and that was the last time when we actually talked. It's coming again to 2010, but this is a picture with our partners and our funders. The Urban Enterprise Zone of Jersey City has been a really important program in supporting us, some of our banking partners, Bank of America, Capital One. So that's a picture of us all celebrating entrepreneurship in Jersey City.
And this one?
And this one is, once again, one of our orientations and outreach. It is so critical to us that we make sure we reach out to the actual people that we are trying to serve and that they know about our services. This is why this is great, and that's what we go out and try to do every day.
And that's the message you want to leave people with in this segment before we move on?
Yeah, the message that we'd want to leave people with is that, you know, this program, there's never been a more important time for it. We've got an economic crisis on our hand, and the people who are going to help us build out of it are everyday entrepreneurs, some of whom we'll get to meet. And investing in them in a variety of different ways and creative ways is going to be the way we're going to create jobs. It's going to be the way we're going to build stable communities. And I would invite our funders and our partners, you know, to continue on this great journey with us, and that we're really, really grateful for the partnerships that have allowed us to be able to provide this service.
Alpha Demelesh, Alex Forrester, thank you very much for spreading this message. We appreciate that about Rising Tide Capital. It's a good thing the two of you got together.
Well,
right after the break, we'll talk more about Rising Tide Capital in Jersey City.